Welcome back to Intuitive Energies. Today is the last day of the readings for this week. So we have two cards to do. I have the Three of Swords in reverse and I also have the card of Fertility that I will be doing that second reading later on. So if this interests you, please subscribe, hit that notification bell to all. Alright, so tomorrow, just before I continue, I will be doing all the readings for December and the upcoming week later on in the day. So it's amazing to me that we're already going into the last month of the year. And in December, please make sure to look out for it. I will be doing the 12 months of 2023 coming up to see what the energies have in store for us for that year. I guess you could call it the wheel of the year. I don't know. I will be doing 12 cards for the 12 months. There you go. Easy enough. Easy enough to say when you say it properly. So for this week, Pisces, what have we been looking at? Well, I think you took a moment. I think you took a hard look moment this week to really rediscover your truth and all the work that you've been doing, okay? And it's all about grabbing that spark this time around and really getting back into the flow. Maybe one that you have never taken the time to take a chance on, okay? So at the beginning of the week you had an empowerment card, the Four of Pentacles, that was empowering you, okay, and centering on the heart and the stability of who you are. Not the control that escaped you in the past, who you are today. And then we were looking at how aloneness or alienation versus oneness or all one, okay? An energy of being surrounded with abundance. And then we looked at what the fear of what you don't know. The devil you know, then the devil you don't, right? That false sense of security that's maybe stopped you very many times in the past. Then we looked at how many times maybe you've looked at a cup that was being offered and choked, okay? But your life purpose was to jump through these hoops to gain knowledge and wisdom, okay? And your abundance is really attainable. You need not take too much in your life to grieve the time lost. Everything that you've been through is necessary. Now we come to today and the spirit message that they want to impart on you or to you. You have both cards of threes because the fertility card that's coming, fertility for me is Empress, which is a 3, and this is a 3 in reverse. The Three of Swords upright is usually a sense of loss, a betrayal, but it's helping you see the truth in a situation. So I feel that Pisces, again, Spirit is reminding you that everything that you've been through in life was meant for you to go through, okay? It was meant for you to see what you needed to see, gain the knowledge and skills that you needed to follow through, to get through the trials and tribulations, your soul path that you had assigned for yourself. But now, with this 3 in reverse, this energy is now taking a back seat. And with the fertility card that came in, I think they want you to really embrace and take in the opportunities that are going to be showing up for you. Okay? So, I'm going to take a fairy card, the Oracle of the Fairies. Ask for help. Oh, and Magical Gateway. That one went on the ground. All right. So these Thank you very much to this beautiful deck for all its help. It's been really beautiful. Right away I noticed the beautiful green, okay? Really, really really beautiful color. And for some reason I feel it very much at the center of me. Okay, so we're gonna say right here, angels are celestial beings who protect everyone. And the fairies are saying now is the time for you to ask for angelic assistance. Okay, you may be going in a bold new place, a brand new place that you don't know, and you're feeling maybe like, oof, I feel like I could use some help, I could use some guidance, I could use, you know, a leg up. And this is your leg up, Pisces. You always have assistance available to you. And some of these angels are living, okay? Sometimes messages come from people who are angels on earth, okay? Sometimes someone says something that sounds really like it really ingrains in you something. It could be a word, a sentence, a look, and you feel it with all of your being, okay? I mean your physical, your energetical being. And a lot of the times, such as readers, such as myself, guides and angels speak through us, okay? We don't even, some people don't even know they're doing it. So pay attention to those things, especially if you're asking help from them. Please help me. And then suddenly somebody comes in and says something weird or out of place, but it kind of hits you in a very special way, okay? I'll give you an example. When my son, who is the Sagittarius, was very little, I remember having stayed at home for a long time with him and feeling very stuck because we were not well off and I didn't have a vehicle and I couldn't go out very often, and maybe TMI, but it was breastfeeding. So if you breastfeed a child, you know, especially in the olden days, you have to be available, okay, for the child to feed. So you're very much like joined at the hip or the other part, okay. So what happens there is that I was feeling very tired. I was also very iron deficient, and I wasn't some days really enjoying being a mother. I felt very alone, very, very stuck, and that's a normal thing to happen. But I also felt very guilty and felt very bad, and sometimes felt very sad when this little boy was smiling at me that I couldn't find the joy. And I prayed a lot. I asked for help a lot. And one day I decided, well, I'm going to take him out. There was a mall close to our place. I could never buy anything because we didn't have any money. But we're walking through a mall, and there's this complete stranger, an older lady, who looks down in the carriage, looks at my son, looks at me straight in the eyes, didn't say her name, and I never saw her again. She looked at me and said very, very calmly, but very loudly. It seemed like the entire mall went quiet, and she resonated in my brain. And she says, enjoy these moments, for you'll never, ever be able to have them again. And it was a sentence that, you know, people would say. But for me on that day, she was an angel replying to my prayers. That even when you're feeling the worst, it was something that I could hold on to, realizing that he would never be this small and this precious and this so relying on me. He would one day grow up and be his own man. And although I'm very happy with that, I would have hated to miss or find the beautiful joy in that moment. And so every time after that, I tried really hard to really capture his face, his movements, his joy, the simplicity of babies, because they don't have all the things that we let ourselves get weighed down with. They're just children, and they just want, you know, a toy to roll on the carpet, or they're so beautiful and innocent, and you can capture so much joy being around them if you let it, okay? So that was that's my thing, okay? Letting you No, this complete stranger came. Yes, I know it was a long story. I know I've had some people complain because I don't put that many cards, but this is the kind of reader I am, you guys, okay? I know most of you don't care. So, there you go. It takes courage and trust to venture into the unknown, yet this is where the greatest rewards are. It's time to step boldly forward without looking back. So they're telling you, go, ask for help, go, believe in yourself, okay? All right, Pisces, let's pull some cards. And thank you for letting me share that about my son. Make sure to pay attention to all the signs. Make sure to ask for help. They will send it. And if you are receptive, you will receive it, okay? Okay. Page of Cups. Here you are, my beautiful ones. Here you are. Dreamer, remember. Sometimes it's, you know, it's come out a few times this week. Remember who you are, Pisces, okay? You are the beautiful dreamer in this world. You are tender. You are friendly. You are gentle. You are psychic. You have a beautiful inner child. You are very sensitive and spiritual, okay? You look at things with a fresh insight, always young at heart, seeing the lighter side of life, okay? So, remember that. Remember that is who you are at the very basic level. Don't forget that. We forget that. We forget just how tender we are, okay? Seven of Swords, reminding you that negativity, that stuff that you've been protecting yourself from, you don't need to, okay? This card, I've always put the title of safeguarding what is yours, ducking the swords to stay safe, okay? Because you're feeling that you may get undermined, and that you'll be deceived or stolen from. It's time to let go of that, okay? The Three of Swords in reverse is saying that you're past that now. It's time to open yourself back up to life. You're going through this beautiful gateway. It's not time to be afraid of it. It's time to embrace it. The Guide and the Four of Pentacles. We've had the Four of Pentacles a few times this week, but they're here to remind you, okay, that you have the adult in you, but you have the child that's always learning, the one that wants to know, wants to carry on, and then you have the overprotective person, okay? You have to learn to really embrace the fact of the Hierophant card, okay? You have to be both the teacher, the one who has gotten guidance along the way, but you also have to act like the student who is willing and flexible in learning, okay? The guidance that you have received from the past has been opening you up to broaden your horizons, okay? So remember not to be so, like, holding on to this so tightly. Ask for help, okay? Ask for help. Don't hold on to all of this in fear. The Four of Pentacles is, you know, holding on to everything that you gained. But then again, it's not like, it's like saying no to everything else that's coming in. Because you're so afraid that by saying yes, maybe somehow it'll take away from this. And we've already talked about that. So this is the roundup. This is a spiritual message, okay? The Three of Pentacles, asking for help. This is your divine guidance. Okay, Three of Pentacles for me is about working as a team. It's a project beginning to manifest, teamwork, assistance, mentors, contributions, contributors, okay? Progress being made, using what you've learned to get somewhere. But when this card comes in with me, it's about my guides. It's the 3, okay? It's about asking for help. Always, always asking for that divine help, that team that is on your side. I feel with this reading, they're telling you, remember who you are, remember what you've learned, remember not to be afraid, remember not to hold on to things too tightly to control them. Don't feel like you need to protect yourself at all times. Don't parent yourself so much that you lose the opportunities. All of these things that happen were meant for you to learn. You've learned a lot now. Now it's time for you to learn some more. Like letting go. Okay? And trusting yourself. The Queen of Wands is gorgeous. Okay? This is a Sagittarius energy that's coming in and asking for you to take the spark, that flame. That's what came in with Sagittarius. What happening though is that it scared you. Of the Two of Wands, again underneath the deck. This scared you a whole bunch. But you need to get past it. Absolutely. You need to get past this fear now, Pisces. Okay? You need to let these things go and just move forward in this beautiful energy. You are in such a beautiful spot right now. Okay. I want you to write in the comment section, I will embrace the road ahead. I will embrace the road ahead. So I'm going to take from my, because this came in, I'm going to take the deck that I usually do to, this is the deck that I use to have conversations with my, for me and my guides. It's like, you know, the conversation you have. When I have personal conversations with my guide, this is a deck I use, so. Okay. Right. So this is all about a perspective, but it's in reverse. So it's shining the light in a way that you're moving away from limbo. You're getting off of that train of the same old stuff, okay? You've received a perspective. So this is like saying, okay, now it's time to use everything that you've learned. Okay? Not use it to stop you, use it to propel you forward. Please move forward. Please move forward. That's all I keep hearing. Please use the spark. Make it happen. Do it for yourself. Okay. I'm going to put that back in here. I'm pulling out last messages for you, Pisces, because I just, like I said, I feel like this week is unfinished for me. And I think that it's because I feel that I haven't convinced all of you. And I'm hoping that at some point you go back and watch these and I'm able to convince, and I feel repetitive. I feel repetitive and I feel like I haven't convinced you that life is made for taking a chance. I feel still a reticence of fear to take this new step, this new beginning, to trust, to have an open mind, and to stay open to surprises and unexpected opportunities, knowing fully well that you have so much available to you. I feel like when they say you can ask for help, go ahead and ask for help, but I don't think that you, I think that it's something you've put in your mind that you need, but you don't really need it. It's like you've already been gifted all of the wisdom that you need, but somehow you feel, I need more, because I'm still not quite there yet. But you really are. Okay, so I'm going to pull one more. I'm going to let you go, and then I'm going to look at the fertility card later on today. Yeah. I feel that you're still on the fence. This is the win or lose card. Sometimes you're a winner, sometimes you're a loser. But this card is always feeling, it depends on what side you are on, right? You need to, what they're saying is that you need to believe that you're always on the winning side regardless. Okay? That whatever you go through, you're always gaining something. It's always a gain and not a loss. So it really has to do with perspective. All right, my beautiful ones, I let you go with this. I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful day. And hopefully I get to see you later on at the second reading with fertility for the message roundup. I'm sending you love, light, and blessings. Take care.